Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Birds of a Feather. And this is like a random episode. As you can see, like I'm not done up. In my last 3 videos, I've been done up. My makeup is done, my hair is done. But like it's just not given that. It's just not given one of those days. So it's not gonna be one of those days. But I just want to talk about some of the things that are in my mind right now. I was just thinking to myself, like, I am living in this world and I've just been going about life, and there are just some things that I cannot get. There are just some things that I cannot seem to free myself from. And there's some things that I've finally been able to free myself from. Like there are some parts of my life that still have shackles on them. God, free me! Free me from the shackles, please. Free me from the shackles. And I just want to talk about that. Like I want to talk about some of the things that I am currently still struggling with that I have not just figured out, and why. If you have advice and you just want to like tell me how you were able to get out of that situation, I would love that. I would love that, because really like everything is about perspective, and I feel like a lot of these things that I still like struggle with, it's just a perspective thing. Like there hasn't been a good grasp to shake me out of this mindset. And also like probably just subconscious growing up, it's like deeply ingrained, but yeah, one of the very first things that I want to like talk about that I still need to be freed from. Okay, these shackles are tight. They got a grip like something else. Just kidding. These shackles are tight. My bad shopping habits, dude. Let me tell you something. I am not the friend. Okay, do not come to me talking about some, should I get this? I don't know. I'm going to tell you to get it. Get it. Okay, get it. Because you only live once. Okay? Like, I'm not the friend. I'm the friend that, like, and this is mainly for, like, clothes, like, fashion items. If it's, like, a house, a car, like, things like that, or, like, a living space, maybe I'll, like, be a bit more considerate on a decision. But when it comes to shopping, it's not me. I'm not the friend. I'm not the friend that's going to lead you into the right direction. I'm going to lead us astray. Okay, we're going into the abyss of abysses. However abysses the abysses can get, that's where we're going. Like, I'm not the friend you come to for shopping advice. Like, it's not me, because I have really bad shopping habits. Like, when I started like working like a big girl job or whatever, that's when I realized, like, hold on, bitch, it's not about saving. You were broke and you're not broke anymore. And I realized that, like, I remember at one point I would get paid, like, of course, like, 9 to 5 or whatever, however you get paid, but I would get paid every 2 weeks. And at one point in getting paid, I caught myself I would give myself, like, okay, don't get me wrong, I need to be freed from these things, but I'm not irresponsible. Okay, some of you are like, bitch, denial is the first phase. But no, like, I'm not irresponsible. Like, I'm the type of person where, like, I'll make a irresponsible choice, but, like, I know I have a backup. So, like, if I spend, like, this is I don't even think this is a good analogy. I mean, I don't even think this is like a good excuse, but if I spend like $800 on something, I at least know that I have $500 in my account, when in reality I shouldn't have spent the $800 to begin with. But in my eyes, if I have something, then that's good enough. I had bad shopping habits when I would mark on my calendars when I would get paid, and I would make shopping carts maybe like days or weeks before that, and when I get paid, I would already allocate where and who is taking my money. Like, and I wouldn't just be like, oh, the money would know what, like, oh, this is so bad, bro. Picture yourself, you get paid on the 16th, okay, and by 12 a.m. you go on your bank app to see if the money's there. It's not there. You wait 1 a.m. it's not there, 2 a.m. it's not there. Bro, I used to check my bank account like at least every other hour to see when I could spend the money. At one point in my life, I found myself getting paid, and within 20 minutes, I wish this was an exaggeration. Oh my God, free me. Oh my God, free me. Like, one thing I'm learning about the devil is he's not going to come to you where it doesn't make sense. He's going to come to you where it makes sense. This was a demonic attack. I rebuke the demonic attack. I got the money. The money came into my account, and within 20 minutes, I spent $1,000. That is not okay. Like, it actually doesn't matter how much money you have. And I get it, like, if you can do it, but you have to ask yourself, like, does it make sense? Hell yeah. Does it make sense? And you know what? Honestly, I'm one of those people. Like, I know some people, like, you know, like, some people are not like this. Some people think other ways. But I'm one of those people where, like, look, baby, it never gave save your money. It gave make more money so you could spend your money. And I think that's just who I have to become. And that's something I'm still struggling with. I need to be freed from bad shopping habits when it doesn't make sense. But let me tell you something. When it starts to make sense, I'm going to do it. So as you can see, based on everything I've said about these shopping habits, clearly I'm still not free. I would love to get in the mindset of not having to justify a purchase, knowing it's ridiculous. Like, why the fuck am I spending $800 on a Shein cart? Does that make sense? And even right now, I'm having a battle in my mind, because it's like, yes, it does make sense. If you have it, you do it. Why not? But if you have it, like, do you always have to do it? I don't know, guys. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm still trying to figure that out. But my bad shopping habits are so shitty. The only reason why they're not shitty right now is because I'm not in a situation that allows them to be shitty. But yeah, and if you've had bad shopping habits at one point in your life, you know the and if you still have it, like, if you've had bad shopping habits, or if you still have it, you know the battle, okay? You know the battle to not go to that cart and click checkout. Like, even when I thought I was getting better, maybe I wouldn't check out at 2 p.m. But bitch, at 10 p.m. when it's quiet enough and I'm imagining myself on a random Tuesday in a cute outfit that I'm in, that I bought from that place because it makes sense, I'm going to get up, I'm going to get my card, and I'm going to check out. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just, I just feel like I have to have it. For some people, it's crack. That's my crack. Okay, that is my crack, shopping. I need it. I want it. I need that. I want that. I gotta have that. Bitch, I have that. What? I'm gonna come back to y'all, and I'm gonna, like, update you guys on this, because right now, like, I can't feed it. But when I'm able to feed it, I will let you know how my habits are so far. But for anyone who's, like, had this problem before and has overcome it, like, please give me a perspective, because I genuinely, for the fucking life of me, cannot figure out why I would stop shopping. Why would I save money when I can make more money to spend? Even saying that out loud sounds ridiculous, but that's just how I feel, literally. And you know what? It actually doesn't stop there, because when I wasn't adding things to my shopping cart, my brain was doing something else, which was adding things to my mental list, which leads me to my next point: overthinking. And even that little pause, that little sigh that you just heard me take was me overthinking how the fuck I just transitioned into this next conversation. Overthinking has been such a shackle for me. I don't know if it's just a shackle, bitch. It's a shackle, and then they shackle me and put me in a box, and then in the box they put me in water. Me and overthinking, like, we are like 1 and 2. That's something that I've struggled with so bad. And honestly, I was talking to my friend about my big 3, and maybe it's because it's my big 3. I'm not crazy about zodiacs and stuff, but if y'all are, like, you know, really into that stuff and you understand it and you just know, then maybe you can tell me if my big 3 is literally in association with this. So I am a Virgo rising, Leo moon, and I forget what the third one is called, but it's a Virgo. So I'm a double Virgo. Okay. And if you know anything about being a Virgo, you know being a double Virgo is like a death sentence for your mind. You just feel like your mind can't catch a break even when you want to. Because even when you're trying to catch the break, you're thinking about how your mind is going to catch that break. And in thinking about how your mind is going to catch that break, it sends you into a literal spiral. It's just something that I can't help, but I'm really trying, because at the end of the day, like we both know that sitting down and thinking about how something's going to go, why it's going to go that way, what happens if it goes this way, or if it goes the other way, or if it goes that way, bitch, it don't matter. And because I overthink, of course, that bitch needed a twin. She needed a twin. They may not look alike, but they go hand in hand. So we'll call it the fraternal twin, but it is self-doubt. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure, of course this stems from other things, but self-doubt is definitely something that I'm still working on. I'm still trying to get through, I still fight. I'm fighting for my life. Let me just tell you how it goes in my head. I'm just going to do a quick little reenactment for you. Oh my God, I really want to start creating content. I feel like I would be really good at it. What was that? Anyways, like I was saying, oh my God, I really want to start making content. But shut the fuck up. Oh, excuse me? I feel like I just would be really good at... No, you can't, bitch. You suck at everything you do. Anyways, I feel like I would be really good at making content. And I feel like, if I really just put my mind... No, bitch. Everything that you want to do, they've done. You're not him. You are not him. That is literally what it feels like. It feels like every time I come up with something, it's going to come up with something else, the opposite of it. I know self-doubt is all internal and, you can work through pushing it away, but I just haven't cracked the code yet. I really haven't. And if there's a way you've cracked the code, please give it to me because, bitch, I've been cracking and cracking and cracking and cracking and cracking. At this point, it's starting to crack me. Now, this is another one I want to talk about. And I want to say over the years, I've definitely gotten better at this, but it's still something I really, really struggle with. And I realized this was a deeper meaning for something else. Asking for help. Oh my God. Asking for help. I will say the main reason why asking for help feels so hard for me is just because I feel so exposed. Okay. One thing about me, I'm not asking for help. Like before I ask for help, it needs to be like, oh my God, I have no other choice. I've been in situations where it would make sense. When you're just in situations where it would make sense to ask for help, but you would literally rather whatever the consequence of not asking for help is happen before you ask for help. That is literally me asking for help. And that is such a shackle situation to be in, because what do you mean you don't want life to be easier? Me and my friend, she knows how much I struggle for asking for help. She's the opposite. She has no problem asking for help or asking for things when she wants them. She feels more confident in that department. But me, it don't work like that. And one perspective she's given me that Lowkey has been helping me feel more confident in asking for help is a closed mouth is a closed destiny. When you close your mouth, baby, you close that destiny. So open it up and say what you need to say so you can get closer to your destiny. When she said it like that, it kind of clicked a little bit more. It's definitely still something that has me in handcuffs, but with that perspective, it makes a bit more sense. Think about it. Am I gonna keep my mouth shut and suffer in silence, or am I going to open my mouth and see if I could potentially get what I need to get so I don't suffer in silence? To all my people who don't know how to ask for help, say with me, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Can I get an amen? Amen. You close that mouth, you close that destiny. Think about that. Think about the next time you don't want to ask someone for help because you're worried about how to make you look or because you'll feel exposed. Baby, that person that wasn't scared to ask for help has now taken 5 steps further than you could have taken because you don't want to look weak. This is literally also for myself as well because it's something that I struggle with. But yeah, asking for help. It's such a problem of mine and I'm still struggling with it. But, there's a perspective that has helped me get closer and closer to why it makes more sense to ask for help than to not ask for help. Because the fuck? And how will you really know? Sometimes that's the best way to know who and who is not willing to show up for you. Open that mouth and use it. God damn it. And now that I think about it, this other shackle is a direct reason as to why it's hard for me to ask for help. Vulnerability. I feel like this is so common. This is like everyone's sweet spot, Like there's levels of vulnerability. I think that's one thing that makes vulnerability so confusing. There's levels to it. What feels vulnerable to you may not feel vulnerable to me. What makes you feel like I'm opening up to you and we're getting so close may not make me feel like I'm getting so close to you. And that is something I really, 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 really struggle with. Vulnerability quite literally feels like, let me think about how it feels. It feels heavy. It feels so heavy. Like my body starts to get hot. I start to feel heavy. My throat starts to like choke up. If you know what it means to struggle with something that you really, really, really don't want people to find out about you, you know what it means to get really good at not making that thing obvious. And that's what vulnerability feels like for me. It's literally such a fear of mine that I feel like I've gotten so good at making it seem that way, when in reality that's not what it is, so I can avoid having to be put in a situation that requires me to be that way. And that's something that I want to work on, because when you're vulnerable, I feel like it helps you know your truth, understand who you are, understand the person that you want to become. Because if you don't expose yourself, then how will you understand yourself? Like, how will you understand who you are? Because I genuinely do believe when I can truly be vulnerable, not just in little increments, but in like, just the good portions of my life, I will be able to experience things that like I just never have, where I could never understand. But one step at a time. Bitch, I didn't say I was Usain Bolt. The fuck? Oh my God. Also, guys, this might be a little controversial, but I just have done it too many times and I'm starting to realize, bitch, stop. It's not worth it. Yeah. Dating down. We're going to stop that. We're going to stop that in 2025. And when I mean dating down, I mean putting yourself in a situation where you ignore what you would want to get it for something else. I get it. Okay. Like, and this is not in relation to me because I don't care about height, but I get it. Like, I know the guy is 5'2" and that's not really what you want, but he has a great personality. Nah, we ain't doing that. It never gave that. And I'm starting to realize that dating down does more harm than good. Like, because at the end of the day, when your friends or when people are trying to convince you to just give them a chance, even though it's not in your standard or doesn't meet like, a big standard that you have for yourself, only you will reap what you sow. Okay. When your friend is telling you to go for the person that like doesn't really have what you're looking for, but maybe they treat you really good. Look, let me tell you something. Your friend is not about to go through what you're about to go through. And I'm not saying that going for your type is going to get you exactly what you want, but what would you rather do? Would you rather go for the person you don't really find attractive, but you love how they treat you? Or would you rather go for the person that you find attractive and you love how they treat you? Because either way, at the end of the day, those two people are going to do something. So would you rather experience that with what you want or what you half want? Like, that's just something I'm realizing that I need to stop doing, bitch. I need to stop dating down. That is a big flaw of mine. And that might be really controversial to some people because it's like, well, that's not fair. But no, I'm just starting to realize that it's okay to not convince yourself to go for something you don't really want because of what they have. There are people out there that have everything that you want, and you did not have to sacrifice anything for that. Like, don't date down. Date where you are, or date up. Okay? Because at the end of the day, people are gonna people. You're gonna look at yourself and be like, damn, the only person I could blame is me. The only person I could blame is me. Those are my shackles. What are your shackles? I want to know what has you being held captive. Let me know. Put it in the comments below, or if you want, feel free to send a message. I hope you get through your shackle as I'm trying to get through mine. And let me just say, we may have lost the battle, but we have not lost the war. So keep pushing through. You can do it. I believe in you. Just remember, it's all about perspective. Perspective will get you closer to where you need to be every single time. That's all I have for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to give us a follow on all of our platforms: Spotify, Instagram, TikTok. What I keep saying our, it's literally just me. Be sure to give me a follow on all of my platforms: Spotify, Instagram, and TikTok. And I can't wait to talk to you again. All right. TTYL. Until next time.